Welcome to the Bird Podcast. I'm Shobha Narayan. What you are hearing in the background is the call of a collared aracari in Costa Rica. We had gone to see a sloth bear, and then we discovered this bird sitting up on the tree and singing and calling. These are near passerine birds in the toucan family, and they have a bright splash of red near their tails. Where I'm at is in Monteverde at a lodge called the Senda, and here is the naturalist
Can you just
there.
introduce yourself and tell
Sure.
us where we are now?
So my name is Jessica, and right now we are on the Monteverde Cloud Forest.
And what are the birds that are commonly found here?
Here in the Senda Monteverde Hotel, you can commonly find mudmots, toucanets, thrushes, wrens, warblers, sparrows, and most of the resident species that are on the area.
And you were telling me that the toucanets have changed their diet.
Sure, correct. Well, the lack of food that has been presenting with the pass of the years, like some trees that has been changed during their fructification seasons, has made them to also change some of their patterns of behavior, including the food. So right now they not only feed from fruits or leaf anymore, they can also go from meat, including eggs from other birds.
Oh, so okay. And what is the national bird of Costa Rica and what is special about it?
The national bird of Costa Rica is called clay colored thrush. It is a brown, very quite common bird, and what makes it so special is its singing that is most of the time related with coffee, specifically because of the different melodies it does, and the meaning that can be the beginning of the rain season, the ending of the rain season, or the time when it's ready, the coffee when it's ready to be harvested.
Oh, so it can sing according to and tell the farmers that you can harvest the coffee.
According to the season of the year.
Okay. What is your favorite bird?
My favorite bird would be the quetzal. It is an emblematic bird for Monteverde. It's not the national bird of Costa Rica, but it is really special because it's the reason number one why everybody comes to Monteverde, and actually he was the reason why I turned into a guide. He was the reason why I wanted to follow this career.
So is there a story about...
Yeah, well, I came to Monteverde the first time when I was 15 years old. I took a guided tour through the Monteverde Cloud Forest Reserve, and the first bird we saw was actually a quetzal. And I completely fall in love with it, and since then I knew that was the first time that I wanted to become a guide to be able to see it, and also move to Monteverde. I am originally from San Jose, and all this decision was made because of him. Then when I came back to Monteverde ready to do my job, he did not appear until I was completely part of the town. So it was quite like a following him story until I got to see it, and was like the welcome to the Monteverde.
So there's a lot of hummingbirds here. Can you talk
Correct.
a little bit about?
We have 52 species of hummingbirds in Costa Rica, which around like 12 of them you can get to find them here in Monteverde. And we have only one type of hummingbird that is migratory. Its name is ruby-throated hummingbird, and comes all the way from the north area to down here to Costa Rica. The rest of the species that you can see in here are lesser violet ears, violet saber-wing, coppery-headed, which is an endemic type of hummingbird for Costa Rica. And besides that, you can get to see many other species, especially close to flowers or anything that could be like a font of food for them.
And what is their behavior?
They are most of the time active during the morning, and their diet is mostly based on nectar. But they can also have some protein, especially by eating spiders, beetles, or some other insects. That's how they keep their body strong, and also for their energy to keep going higher because of all the nectar that they put into their body. They are pollinators. That means that they're gonna help us to reproduce the forest all around. They use their beak to get the pollen attached to it, and with the tongue is actually what they use to suck the nectar out of a flower. Once they move to the next flower, the pollen that they just have got on their beak is just gonna get together with the next one, and that's how they're gonna help to pollinate. They are very important to nature, and they can get to pollinate around 20,000 species of flowers per day.
We saw the Lessons motmot. What type of bird is that?
That one is, well, the scientific family is Momotida. Lessons motmot is the common name. In Costa Rica we call it Momoto, that is quite similar. It all has to do with the type of sounds that he makes, that is similar to how he reproduces his name. So it's like a moot 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 moot, and that's the reason why we call it motmot. He likes to be on top of trees, and basically he's an insectivore bird, meaning that his main diet would be going after insects, but he can also go after some fruits and can even be some part of insects too.
Okay. What about thrushes? You have a lot of thrushes also.
Yeah,
not?
well, starting with the clay-covered thrush, we have white-throated thrush, we have lady-backed nightingale thrush. That would be like the more common ones to see. And one of the interesting thrushes, well, it's part of the family, but it's not named thrush. It's called black-faced solitaire, which has a very, very beautiful singing. But you don't get to see it like down here on this property. You're more able to see it deep inside on the forest, like a little bit more higher, like Monteverde Reserve or other places. And his melody is very, very nice. So he's part of the thrush family, but he's not called thrush.
Any final words, Jessica, before I thank you?
Well, just invited you to come to the Monteverde Cloud Forest so you can see all the wonderful bird species that we have here, and you can fall in love with the place.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome.